This is our assembly process where we're producing the hybrid inverter.
Vice President of Operations Mark Moses took us into one of several huge assembly buildings. There are a total of 15 at the sprawling Denso manufacturing facility in Maryville. All employees on the work floor wear protective clothing to prevent foreign matter from potentially contaminating sensitive electronic equipment and products.
This is where we rely on the skill and capability of our associates to make sure that our quality is top of the line.
Inverters are critical components for hybrid and electric vehicles and have been made by Denso for several years. The inverters manufactured here are the heart of hybrid and electric vehicles to power the motor. Denso has invested heavily in its Maryville plant to expand its electronic manufacturing capabilities. What you see in this cutaway of a hybrid Toyota Prius is how an inverter operates. Several million of them have been manufactured by Denso over the last few years.
This is a typical inverter that functions in a hybrid vehicle. You can see that the inverter itself is like the heart of the electric vehicle, taking the DC current from the battery and converting that to AC current and then providing it to the electric motor that helps to drive the vehicle.
This is the first alternator manufactured at the Maryville Denso plant in 1990.
At one time, more than 50% of the vehicles in North America built had a Denso alternator.
For 33 years, 103 million alternators were produced in Maryville. Where those alternators were once made, workers now produce inverters for a number of car manufacturers.
The Camry, the Corolla, the kind of the typical Toyota vehicles, but also for the Detroit 3, we provide those inverters from this facility.
Electronic safety and engine performance components on the dashboard of a modern vehicle are manufactured by Denso in Maryville.
If you drive a car in today's world, you most likely have a Denso part on it somewhere.
Many of those products are produced in the mobility assembly area, where we talk with the Vice President of Operations. Chris Ramsey showed us what can be applied to a bare circuit board.
What we do, we start with this, and then we'll put this board into this machine, and then from this point forward, we'll mount hundreds of components on both sides of this board.
He explains that the board will then be placed into this machine, and that's where the magic happens.
We mount millions of components per day and billions of components per month in this operation.
What started with a bare circuit board ended up with this product, key fobs.
Now you have keys in your pocket, which is a reality, but in the future, we also make products that you can use your phone as the key instead of the key fobs.
Denso also has a big production plant in Athens, where 1,200 employees make spark plugs, engine coils, as well as heating and air units for vehicles, among other things. Denso engineers are today planning for what lies ahead in the automotive industry.
Even though the market is sometimes up and down, we really try to look out far enough so that we can anticipate those changes and be able to adapt and be early in that process. So I see a bright future for Denso.
Denso opened its plant here in Maryville in 1988. Former Governor Lamar Alexander, who grew up in Maryville, and the late former Governor Ned McWhorter were instrumental in bringing the Japanese-based company to East Tennessee. You know, Denso employees and their leaders, they're very involved in the community, and as you heard, Denso is committed to make quality products. Bo and Lori.